you want to explain us a little bit about it.
So we Czech Pen Center are publishing so-called Pen Book Library, where we try to publish some authors which cannot be published really in their own countries. As first, we did a Cuban writer, Jorge Oliveira, and we published it both in Spanish, so in original language, and translated into Czech. And we would like to continue with this. Of course, it's some problem with money, but we have some grants from Czech Ministry of Culture. The main purpose is maybe not promote this author as author and literature, but to tell to Czech readers and Czech journalists that there are countries where is not freedom of expression, where is not freedom at all. And I think for us this is the important question to this important program to speak about freedom, and that it's not natural thing. It should be a natural thing, but many people forget that we also live without freedom, and they sometimes compare that earlier it was more money and so on and so on, but there was no freedom, and that's why we are publishing this. But actually there are many things to improve in this, because these books are published in a very small number of copies, and they are actually not sold yet in the bookshops. They are more for journalists and for maybe libraries, for people who are interested. But I think it's not ideal situation. The ideal situation would really be if it would be normally sold, maybe at some university bookstores at least, but also in general bookstores.
Sorry, may I ask, you are saying that you publish original and translation in confronting pages, or these are two editions? The original book and then the translation?
No, it's in one book. It's in one book. One book, two
confronting pages, so that
no. I think it was published in the confronting pages. This book, but it's not. It's not the main thing. If it's, but it always is in one book.
In one book. Thank you.
And do you plan to publish also authors which really can't be printed in the country of their origin? It means that these books should circulate not only in Czech, but also in other countries. You know, a support to these cultures.
Yes, of course. So first, above all, they are targeted to Czech readers and Czech public. But of course, if we can, but it's quite a difficult question, if we can export these books, for example, to Cuba. So we do it. We try to give the author these books, and he or she can use them.
Because I can remember in Catalan there was a similar situation during the dictatorship. The books in Catalan couldn't be published inside Catalonia, and this kind of translations, or maybe bilingual editions abroad, had this really vital importance for the remaining of Catalan language. In the 70s, for example, in Germany, there was an anthology of Catalan poetry, which was really important because in Catalonia couldn't be published. So I think this initiative is really very important. And to insist a little bit more on these topics we are discussing here, I would ask Philiippe Pujàs another time what Eugene said before. If we are talking about cultural diversity, which are these factors that do not let the cultural diversity be really diverse? Now, you mentioned agents, that in the literary market we don't deal now only authors and publishers, but we deal also with agents. And agents, they are promoting normally these models which prove to be successful. So what exists now is promotion of the biggest, of the most powerful of the author, which is sell more. And the situation is now really, as you said, that if you ask me who I like to read, I read different literatures, and if you ask me, say 10 Italian contemporary authors, I maybe won't be able to do it. And if you say 10 Portuguese authors, I'm sure I won't be able to do it, because we have just one or two important authors for each country, and it's not small countries really, because not Portugal, not Italy, not even Sweden are countries which could be thought as not important. How do you feel, maybe, Philippe, about this cultural diversity?
D'abord, on parle de diversité alors que le monde est à l'opposé de la diversité, puisqu'il est dans un courant central qui porte tout et qui fait qu'on parle de diversité peut-être pour l'intérêt, d'une certaine manière. Alors, ça ne veut pas dire qu'il n'y a rien à faire. Je n'ai pas malheureusement l'optimisme de Eugene sur la situation d'aujourd'hui. Je crois qu'effectivement nous avons d'une certaine manière beaucoup de chance d'avoir eu un environnement qui nous permettait de travailler beaucoup qui a permis une certaine éclosion de la diversité dans beaucoup de pays. Il n'est pas sûr que la situation d'aujourd'hui soit celle-ci, parce que les choses sont en train de changer, que nous sommes dans une période de crise grave, et que les choses sont en train de changer. Et peut-être que c'est le moment pour nous, ici, tous, de faire quelque chose qui serait sans doute utile à tous. Peut-être qu'une des choses qu'on peut faire pour les diversités, c'est d'être attentifs les uns les autres chez nous à ce qui est en train de se passer. C'est-à-dire quelle était la situation avant, quels étaient les soutiens dont les uns et les autres pouvaient bénéficier pour que les livres circulent mieux sur les marchés, chez nous et à l'étranger. Et qu'est-ce qui est en train de changer, qu'est-ce qui est en train de revenir en arrière, et sur lesquels on puisse alerter tout le monde. Je crois que c'est une des choses que nous on peut faire, et que c'est peut-être la meilleure manière de parler de la diversité aujourd'hui, c'est de la défendre de cette manière. Voilà.
Well, Philippe does not agree with me, I agree with Philippe. Because of course you have to be anxious. Of course it's always dangerous times. I think this is nothing new. We always live in it. We who are defending literature, which is not perhaps the most easy to get to attract a huge audience. We are always living in difficult times, and I think this is one of the things which we in PEN actually should take into consideration, perhaps even more than we do today, and that is the promotion of our own literature in our own countries and also in other countries. And there is why I think, for instance, coming back to also what John said yesterday about our appearance in international fora, like in Brussels, like in Geneva and so forth, that when we have a significant voice. That is what I have fought for 15 years in PEN. If we can make PEN have a really significant voice in the literary cultural landscape, we have a possibility to make the politicians and the bureaucrats listen to us. And that is what is important. Not only to listen to us when it comes to freedom of expression and get writers out of prison, but also listen to us when it comes to the promotion and the protection of literature. So this is what we all together have to try to do as much as possible. And that is why I would say that all the centers it's not important whether it's a big center, a new center, an old center, a small center, but we all have this responsibility in our own countries and our culture to be a loud voice and to stick on the nose into business which actually many people think is not our business.